Hey,
Hey everybody! Yay, we're live!
hey.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yay! We are super happy to have you here as we record our first official episode. Yay! So those of you who didn't catch the intro last week, we are the Venture Maidens podcast. I am your dungeon mistress, Celeste Konowich. Why don't you guys go around and just say your names and your character names one more time for folks at home?
I'm Brittany, playing Arnadel, an elf.
I'm
Moon Elf Warlock.
the team. I'm playing Sayanur, a human monk.
And I am Sage, and I'm playing a dwarven. I am playing a dwarven barbarian by the name of Kara Brynhilda.
Brunhilde.
Yay! Awesome. All right, so this is going to be our first official episode, so we'll actually be playing today, which is super exciting. So I'm going to kind of go ahead and set the scene for you guys a little bit. Right now, you are in the town of Hogs Hollow, just kind of a sleepy little town tucked away, like kind of in a corner. There's like mountains to the northwest. You're surrounded by forest. This town is very known for pig farming, basically. So that's the big trade here. So there are only about 100 people in this town.
Wow.
There are
Like a
just
village.
as many pigs. Right now, you're all staying at the inn in town called the Sleepy Sow, owned by Charlie Saltman and his adult daughter, who also lives there, Ronnie Saltman. The Saltmans are infamous for their special pork-flavored salt that they make in-house here.
Yum!
Yummy!
Hate them for
Was it their
it?
last name that inspired them to make salt?
Well, they come from a long line of salt makers and flavorers.
That's how they got their name. I see.
You see it. So over time, they have become known as the Saltmans in true medieval fashion. All right. Cool. So all of you have been staying there for about 2 weeks or so now. You are waiting to hear back. You've sent in your application to an adventurers guild called the Sisters of Sorrow. They're pretty infamous as this kind of guild situation. You apply to be part of it, and then they give you a stipend and will send you on quests. So it's pretty prestigious. You all have teamed up and decided to send in your application. You've been waiting to hear back from them now for 2 weeks. Things are getting a little rough. You've kind of run out of money, stuck in this backwards-ass town. All right, so we're going to say it's about late fall right now, so early-ish in the morning, so around 10 a.m. when you all kind of start waking up. All right, I'll turn it over to you guys.
Real quick, I want some clarification.
Yeah.
You keep saying infamous, which means bad deeds. So are we dealing with like a bad guild? Like
It's one of those organizations, like kind of like if you're thinking like the Thieves Guild, you know, they have like this weird reputation as these strange and mysterious women who come in and just you can hire them to get the job done. So they're kind of like a mercenary guild.
Word. Okay.
So you guys can make checks to see what else you might know about the Sisters of Sorrow.
Are we asking Charlie? Charlie.
Yeah, did you guys? So you're all waking up. You all have one room that you're sharing to to save costs.
Talia, get your feet out of my face.
So this inn only has like 4 rooms. They don't get a lot of traffic coming into Hogs Hollow. Yeah. So you guys, you sharing your mutual room. So you guys are upstairs. So you can choose to go downstairs if you wish.
I'm doing my morning yoga.
Sun salutations.
Sun salutation.
I stand up from meditating and I'm like, hey guys, do you guys want to go get some breakfast? Hello? Are you guys still sleeping? Kara, wake up. Kara, are you dreaming?
Is Kara's mic working?
I don't think Kara's.
Oh, yeah, I think there's mic problems again.
She's still
Well,
asleep.
I hear you. Just give me another 10 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna stretch too. What are you doing?
The tree pose.
This is very Zen group meditating yoga.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's a very advanced move. I'm not sure you'll be able to pick it up on your first try.
Can I roll to see
I don't
if I
know
do
if
those?
it is.
Absolutely. Roll in, what do you think? That'd be athletics or acrobatics?
I'd say acrobatics.
Yeah.
It's probably more dexterity. Ooh, shit, girl. I tree posed the fuck out of this. I rolled a 19.
Okay.
Plus whatever dexterity. So that was a 23.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
You were so
Alright,
elegant
can you guys
and beautiful.
see me now?
Yes.
Oh,
We're still
good.
getting a little bit of that.
I'm like,
feedback
good
thing.
morning, Kara. I'm tree posing.
just looking
After,
away.
yeah, she wakes up after a lot of snoring and rolls out of bed and thumps onto the ground and rolls onto your yoga mat.
Kara, again, I told you, we need time. This is our space. That's why the yoga mat is here.
I nimbly.
Oh, you always make such a fuss.
You
Well-
guys start to hear clattering and thumping from downstairs. It sounds like dishes being moved.
Well, I'm hungry. So.
Sounds like breakfast.
Well, I'm really upset that she immediately got the pose I was doing. So I'm like, all right, I'm done. I'm ready to have breakfast now. I was done like 5 minutes ago. Let's go.
God, come on.
All right, let's go downstairs. I'm starving.
All right. So you go down. So this is a very quaint little inn. So it's very neat. Everything is made of like a red kind of mahogany wood. So you descend down the little staircase. You can see it's a small to medium-sized inn. There are like 12 very neat little tables arranged in a grid pattern, and then there's the bar, of course, on the other side. And here there's the doorway leading presumably to the kitchen, and then there's another doorway to where the Saltmans live. So behind the bar you see Charlie, who is a middle-aged man, so his hair's starting to turn gray. Very, very pleasant-looking fellow. He's got a very neat, clean apron on as he's going, and you can see he's stacking glasses on the counter, shuffling around some plates. You guys can smell coming from the kitchen door the smoky meat sizzling. Presumably bacon. There's a lot of bacon that goes around.
Our shouts, I need a bacon and ale.
Good morning, Charlie.
Morning, ladies. Always a pleasure. How'd you
Yes.
sleep?
Oh, we slept very well. I trust you slept well as well.
Oh, as well as can be expected.
What's for breakfast this morning?
Oh, I think Ronnie's in there cooking up some bacon right now. We just got our bread delivery in, so we'll be getting that out to you shortly. Did I hear you say ale, young lady?
Yes, of course.
Okay, all right. We're not gonna have this conversation again. But I'm uncomfortable serving you ale at this early hour.
As you should be, Charlie.
Thank you, my dear. You're the sensible one.
Ale
of the
for
group.
breakfast is a fine morning tradition in the dwarves.
Give
I
her
have
a nice Hefeweizen.
I have a keg of cider open. I can give you some of that.
Sure, it's like juice.
And any word from those folks you've been waiting to hear back from?
No, that we were actually coming down to ask you about that. Is it normal for us to wait, people to wait for 2 weeks?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know much about this organization that you ladies are talking about. The sisters or something.
The Sisters of Sorrow.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
we're a little edgy because we're in limbo right now, and as you know, you with the kindness of your heart, you've been letting us stay past our intended amount of time, which we're very grateful for.
Yeah, I was, this is kind of an uncomfortable topic for me, but I was sort of wondering, ale don't make itself, and your friend here is kind of.
I could help you make it.
Oh, okay.
She has strong hands.
Lovely. Well, why don't you
Strong,
later after we have some breakfast? I think we have some wood that needs chopping. If you ladies wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I could
Of
use
course,
a
I
word.
definitely know my way around an axe.
Saye, I would
She's a
love
smoker.
you
She hit that pipe a lot.
because you don't like to use weapons. Did you chop that wood with your hands?
That
Is
I
that
Isn't that
even
like the
possible?
first thing they
With
teach
the-
you in karate school?
yeah.
Yeah, I have some.
I would
pretty-
love to help you, Charlie.
That's my kind of you. Can you all make perception checks for me, please?
I got a 14.
13.
Alright. I should just grab my regular dice, but oh well. I got a 9.
All right, so yeah, you hear from the window a slight rattling, like a scraping sound, like something thumping against the glass panes, but the curtains are drawn. But there's something from outside.
I
I
think there's
hear-
something outside.
What is it?
I walk towards the window.
Okay. You push back the curtain.
Yeah.
Okay. So tapping against the window is a blackbird. So it looks like a raven that's just kind of like sitting on the edge of the windowsill and tapping its beak over and over and kind of fluttering with its wings. And you can see tied to its leg a little scroll.
A raven! A raven, guys! And
Oh my
I would
god!
like-
Oh my god! Open the door! Open the window!
Charlie's like,
I would
what's
like
up?
to make.
What's happening?
Can I make an animal handling check to grab the raven to untie the note from it?
Yeah, so you run over and you open up the front door, and then Kara kind of like walks towards the raven, and it like flips its wings, like all agitated.
Be careful with it. Be gentle.
Okay.
Carry the message.
So roll your check.
15.
Okay. So yeah, with the 15, you kind of you walk towards it like whoa, 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 and the raven eventually like stops flapping and hops up onto your arm. You can tell it's a trained bird, and it kind of sticks out its leg for you as you as you unroll the scroll. All right, gonna read it.
I can't read, so one of you ladies will have to read it.
You can't
Give me
read.
that.
She's a barbarian. Why would she read?
Well, you're into architecture. Can you like
I
read
would
numbers?
really like to study this scroll.
Okay. All right. So the
You want to
message.
She's
study
learning.
the scroll?
So the message is very brief. So you uncrinkle the nice white paper and you see 2 brief sentences on the page. Your application to join the Sisters of Sorrow has been received. Your first test. Investigate the trouble at Middleton. We eagerly await your results. Sincerely, Rem. And that's it.
We've been given a task.
A
To
test. A
Middleton.
test.
I started doing cartwheels of excitement.
Charlie is like, whoa, 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 and like tries to move the chairs out of the way. He's like, is this a good thing?
It's them, Charlie. It's finally. I think it's them.
Yes.
Oh, do we know a Rem? I mean, I can assume. Oh, they received your application. Yeah, of course it's them.
Yes, it's totally them. I'm so
I'm just too
excited. Was there a
excited.
seal? Wait, was there a seal?
There was not a seal,
Positively
but it was
jumping
signed
for joy.
Rem.
Should we write back a message to accept? Or
Maybe we should
The
just
bird's
go.
still hanging out.
I
It's
have
like
pen
looking
and
at
ink.
you.
I'm gonna sit down and write a quick message that says thank you, and then the medieval equivalent of a smiley face.
Smiley emoji.
Smiley emoji, like little flowers and like maybe a bird.
it's a happy crow.
Like an illusory, like.
Yeah, like,
This is the best thank you note ever. You're so
Absolutely.
polite, you guys.
my handwriting is amazing, by the way. It's like calligraphy craziness, and I roll it up daintily, and I give it to Kara to put onto. Do you mind putting this on our cute little raven friend?
Oh, of course not. She taps it back into the little...
Thanks, love.
Yeah. So as you do that, the raven hops down from your arm and then hops on the ground a couple times before flapping his wings and taking off.
Oh, what a cutie.
Yeah. You can see he disappears above the tree line, off into the forest. And this whole time, Charlie has kind of been like poking his head over, like looking at the note, trying to see what it says. He's like, "Oh, this is great news. They happen to send any coin with that?"
Charlie, can we chop wood when we get back?
Yeah, of course. No. Yeah, you ladies are always welcome here. Always welcome. And he seems to have like a little moment of crisis where he wants to be polite, but it's getting really hard.
Aw.
I feel pretty strongly that they're going to reward us with something if we complete this task. And of course, we understand our debts to you. Can I leave some of my books as collateral?
Oh, books don't do much for me.
They're very impressive. They're leather bound and gilded pages.
I mean, I'm sure our visitors would enjoy a small library of sorts. Sure.
Yeah. They're like
I don't have much to offer you, Charlie, but we swear you have our word that we will come back and pay you. But what would really be helpful in our quest is if you could give us any information about Middletown or Middleton?
Middleton.
Middleton.
Oh, yeah, of course. Let me show you a map real quick. As I switch to screen.
Yay!
Real quick, did the note say to investigate Middleton?
The trouble in Middleton.
Investigate the trouble in Middleton. We eagerly await your results.
Sounds like a goose hunt, if you ask me.
All right, so you guys, so you're in Hogs Hollow right now, up here at the top, kind of the tucked away little area. So Middleton is about half a day's travel by road. It's called Middleton because it's the intersection of the three main roads here. Middleton is another kind of town known for its livestock. So they do they have a lot of cows, a lot of fields, very much a farming town, but it's significantly larger than Hogs Hollow, so we're looking at about 1,000 people.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Um,
Hey, Charlie.
yes, ma'am.
Do you know who the mayor of Middleton is?
Oh, I surely do. His name is Mayor Reggie Prospect.
Can you tell us
Fine
anything
fellow.
about him? Nice guy?
Oh, yeah, he's great. I was in Middleton a few weeks ago picking up our cheese and milk delivery. Had dinner with the man. Very, very pleasant fellow. I can't imagine what kind of trouble they would be in. That'd be real unfortunate if something bad happened.
I wonder, Charlie, could you do us a small favor? I think it would.
Surely.
I think it would be a good idea if we had some form of presentation to speak with this mayor. Maybe could you write us a nice little note, or write him a nice little note so that we can show up and say I guess like vouch for us. That would be great.
I surely can do that for you. He goes and he takes out a little roll of paper from behind the bar and a quill pen, and he sticks his tongue out of the corner of his mouth and very meticulously starts writing letters in a very neat, very when you're learning cursive, the way you trace the lines as he's going.
Kara looks at the two of you and is like, "See, it is really hard."
Is he like gorilla gripping the pen?
Yeah, he's scrawling with the big pen.
That's so endearing.
Yeah. So, and he hands you the note, looking very proud of himself.
Oh, thank you, darling. You're such a wonderful help.
Yeah.
Real salt of the earth kind of guy.
That was a funny joke.
Well, ladies, shall we? I think we should probably get on the road. What time is it? It's like 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. So if you traveled like and didn't stop, you could probably get there by about 5.
Ooh, just in time for dinner. I think we
Yum,
should
yum.
Really
probably...
good.
Oh, speaking of eating, Ronnie, and you hear clattering again coming from the kitchen, and Ronnie, she comes out of the kitchen holding like on trays, piles of steaming food, and puts them all down in front of you, and then gives you a knowing look, Kara, and grabs a jar from behind the counter, and just pours it into a cup.
Not breaking eye contact.
You smell the ale. She kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and walks back into the kitchen.
Thanks, Ronnie. It smells delicious. More
Yeah.
bacon.
You need any salt with that?
No, my cholesterol's high enough, thank you.
What's cholesterol?
What's cholesterol?
Oh, I can tell you about it later, but I'm still researching
That sounds
it.
like a bad disease. I think my grandma had that.
I'll take just a pinch.
Gives you the pork sweats.
Yeah, so they put out Charlie grabs from behind the bar this really nice little blue porcelain container and puts it on front of you, and with a little spoon so you can shake the salt on top. It's like that chunky like French sea salt.
Oh, or the
Kara tries to handle the tiny spoon, which looks extra ridiculous in her big dwarven hands.
Big
She's
hand
trying to
hands.
like.
So delicate.
Real dainty.
Alright,
You
cool.
bend the spoon.
So you want to eat breakfast and then head out?
Yeah.
It's,
Nom nom.
it's
Every good
delicious.
adventure starts with a hearty breakfast.
Of pork fat and
Got that
salt.
right, Charlie.
If there's any food that's like not wet or easily thrown into like my little pouch, I'm gonna stuff it in there for later.
Yeah.
Like bacon? You want some bacon for the road?
Yeah. Let's do
I
that.
would like to neatly wrap, like very meticulously neatly wrap it in like a napkin and tie it in a little bow. And I'm
Good.
very
Kara's just shoving food into her face as fast as possible, like with her hands. She's like not even using any silverware.
Oh god. Alright.
They're like eggs dripping down her face.
Yum.
Ugh.
girl, you got some
Girl.
eggs here.
Charlie just
Really
stands and
pick
watches
it up.
you, fascinated as you eat.
Thanks,
He's
Charlie.
like-
We'll be on our way. Thank you.
Yeah, you ladies have a nice trip. I'll see you later.
We'll see you when we get back, and we'll have our payment. We promise. I promise. I promise.
And we'll get to that wood.
Scout's honor.
Bye now.
Thank you, Charlie. Wish us luck.
Yeah. And so as you guys roll out of the Sleepy Sow, you make your way through the tiny little town square. There are a few people kind of pushing carts, walking around. You've gotten to know pretty much everyone in the town, so you're like, oh, bye, Jerry. Like, okay, see you later, Mauve. Like, and moving through the town, and they're all like, okay, and because you are definitely like the weirdest thing this town has ever seen.
Is it a human town?
Beautiful.
Yeah, they're all humans. There are some half elves, but yeah, you guys as a set are very interesting.
If
Believe it.
we've come to know every single one of these people, I want to be waving and saying bye to and say their name, like goodbye, Chris, goodbye, Lisa, like that.
Chris and Lisa were like, "Oh, great! Where are you folks up to?" Da, 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 da. And it turns into that scene from Beauty and the Beast where everybody's like, "Yay, bye!" All right, so we're setting out on the road.
Hopefully with less judgment.
All right, cool. So you guys have a little bit of a trek to go. You're making your way to the forest. If you remember the map. Got to make sure to screen share this so people can see it at home. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, you're making your way, so the forest continues on the northern side of you, and after about 2 hours of walking, the forest on the south side thins out, and then you turn into a very nice, like, hill country as you're getting to these more open kind of fields. Yeah, very, very, very pleasant. It's a crisp fall day, so it's a little bit chilly, but
Ooh, I love it.
all the trees are changing colors, and it's very, very lovely. All right.
Oh.
So after about 4 hours of walking uninterrupted, could you all make perception checks
Wow.
for me, please?
Oh gosh.
I got a 13.
I got another 9.
11.
You guys are so good at looking at things.
Yeah.
So I'm too short to see them.
I mean, my passive perception's pretty high.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you continue along. You're not really seeing anyone on the road. Just hearing normal animal sounds coming out of the forest. You walk another 2 hours, and then you can see off in the distance smokestacks. And just as you crest over this latest hill, you can see Middleton out in front of you. So this is a significantly larger town, like I said, so about 1,000 people. So lots of little neat cottages clustered together, and now you can see that the fields just open up all around you, so it's all cultivated farmland. Make insight checks for me.
I change my dice. Garbage dice.
I had a
I got a
10.
15.
Yeah, 16.
All
I got a
right.
10.
Wait,
Okay.
wait,
So
insight or investigation?
insight.
Wait, I think insight's if you're talking to somebody.
Insight
yeah, for
roll.
like sensing motive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't it
Well,
be like
then.
investigation?
I guess investigation would make more sense.
Then can I use my
Yeah,
dice
sure.
roll and add my, because I'm proficient in that.
Yeah.
It would be.
Alright, I still got a 15.
Yeah, I got a 15 as well.
16.
Okay. So you all get the feeling like as you're walking through these fields, getting closer to the town, there's something a little off, about this scene. You're looking around the fields and they seem really empty, where you'd maybe have, you see livestock pens, but there's not many creatures in there. You think, there should be more cows around, but there aren't. Just something looks a little weird.
Is
Can I
it?
make a nature check to check out the cows and the livestock in the pens to see if they're sick or if they look alright?
Or are there
So
just not
right
any?
now you're still walking into the town, so
Right.
all the grazing animals that would be there aren't there, so you can get into town and then you can kind of start looking around, poking your head into people's backyards and seeing. So as you get closer to the town, you come up to one of these pens and then go ahead and make a check for me to look at this. There's one brown cow that's hanging out.
I got a 21.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So with a 21, you're kind of looking at this cow. It looks sad. It looks like a sad cow. It's a little skinny.
Oh.
You can see its udders aren't as full looking as they should be. The cow kind of has a yellow film around its eyes.
A jaundice cow.
Oh.
Yeah, the cow.
Clearly it's not from California.
Oh, it's not happy. It's not a happy cow.
It's shriveled udders.
Yeah.
Poor
Can
thing.
you guys see the cows on the roll 20?
I have.
Oh, yep.
They don't look like that.
They don't look like these cows. This is a reminder of happier times.
See, these cows, that's not what it looks like.
It's not.
I don't.
They look like the opposite of these cows.
No.
Oh, so the cows, you get the feeling that it's sick. And there's a bad smell, coming from the pen, too.
Like cow diarrhea.
Yeah. It's pretty gross.
God.
All right, so you guys, you keep walking, and you walk into the center of town. So as you're walking too, those checks keep going. A lot of the houses seem really closed up. There aren't a lot of people in the streets. Some people have their shutters closed, and as you walk by, you can see people poking their eyes out to look at you. And then there are only a couple people in the streets, and they take you in and then put their heads back down and hurry on their way. Something's up.
Do they look malnourished as well?
No, they look fine. But
Not
there's definitely,
jaundice?
they look scared.
Is
Oh.
Is there like an obvious center of the town or town hall building that we're heading to?
Yeah, so you guys are walking into like the center of town, and you can see like the biggest looking building, the most impressive one, which you would assume would be like the mayor's office, is in the center of town.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the door, and I have the scroll that Charlie gave us in hand.
Yeah.
And are we all presentable? I'm wearing my finest robes.
Your finest one set of robes.
One set of robes, yes. They're very nice.
You guys are level 1. You don't have much to your names.
It's cotton broadcloth. roughly.
Yeah, so as you knock on the door, you hear a kind of mousy voice coming from the other side. Hello? Who is it?
Hi, we've been sent to investigate some problems you guys sound like you're having. Is Mayor Prospect in?
Hang on. And you hear, like, unlock, unlock, unlock coming from the other side of the door as bolts are being undone. And then the door opens, like, just a crack, and you see this this woman staring out at you. She's got, like, these dark circles around her eyes, and her hair is, like, all put up in this messy bun, and she's just kind of freaking out. So she looks at you all with these big eyes and is like, okay, yeah, come in, please.
While we go in, I'm going to use my warlock mental telepathy ability to speak to Kara and Saya and ask you guys, hey guys, should we tell her about that we've been sent by the Sisters of Sorrow, or could we come up with like another reason as to how we know? I'm sorry, I fudged that. I shouldn't have fudged that. I'm sorry.
Have you done this to us before? Have you talked in our heads before?
Don't worry about it.
Out? Like
No, don't worry. She can't hear us. I'm mind blocking her right now, but we're kind of standing here awkwardly. So, like, what do you want to do, guys? Like, what do you want to tell her?
She's staring back at you, and her eyebrows are just lifting higher and higher.
I'm just smiling, and I'm like, while you guys can talk to me, and I'll just be like, I hand her the scroll that Charlie gave to us. And
I don't think there's any harm in saying why we're here. They seem to have a fine reputation. We're here to help, I think, so.
Okay, but, like, I think some people didn't really seem like they liked the Sisters of Sorrow, so I don't want to, like, scare these guys anymore.
If you want to make history checks on the Sister of Sorrow, or, like, some kind of checks to get more information, that would be great.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's your bag, Brittany. Kara's got, like, no knowledges.
What's 18 plus 5?
23?
Ooh.
That's my history check.
Nice. Okay. So the Sisters of Sorrow. So they kind of started popping up in, like, lore about 50 years ago. There's a lot of legends, like, surrounding them, like, weird, like, assassination attempts that are granted to them, or, like, they've come in and, like, turned the tides of battle from time to time. There's, like,
so they've assassinated people?
Yeah. So they're
okay.
Like I said, like the mercenary organization. So
Right.
people have mixed opinions on whether they're good or evil or just kind of doing their own thing. So they're surrounded with a lot of, like, mystique and suspicion all the time.
Guys,
a lot of people argue that they don't even exist. They're like, it's just a legend.
No.
So they're like the Illuminati.
Sure.
I think that, I'm speaking mentally with you guys, if there's anybody that's kind of fucking shit up, I don't know if I want them to know that we're here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
That might compromise our ability to get accurate information.
Okay.
So maybe we should say, like, we noticed that the cows were sick, and we wanted. I'm conducting research.
Okay.
Ooh.
You guys are my help.
I'm your protector.
Good idea.
Okay,
and I'm your animal handler.
Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Like
cool.
anyone would believe that, Kara. Like, really.
Wait.
I'm
really great with animals.
The woman at this point, you haven't spoken out loud for so long. She's just kind of shutting the door.
Looking at each other.
I'm sorry. pardon our rudeness.
Well,
Ma'am.
it just looked like you were a little busy, so.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought you might be reading the scroll.
I mean, it's one
traveling.
sentence.
We didn't mean to offend.
I'm done now.
I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Arnadel, and these are my companions.
Okay. Well, you should really be talking to the mayor. Why don't you just come inside?
Sure. Thank you. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Laura.
Laura. Thank you so much for your kindness. Sorry, we've been traveling.
Of course. Yes. Come in. And she opens the door and leads you into like a small like parlor sitting room area. There's a couple couches, like a little coffee table. You can see a desk pushed against one wall, and then a door that leads further into the building. If you would just have a seat, I'll get Mayor Prospect out here right away.
Thank you kindly.
Yes, of course. Just one moment. I suppose I'll take this. And she like takes the little scroll and's like, okay, and then goes off into the back door. And you can hear like muffled voices. And then after a couple minutes, the door opens up, and a large man comes out. He's got bright red hair that's kind of like curly and like freckles, and he's just a very impressively large man, dressed in very clean, neat, like white clothing. He's got like one single like gold pendant around his neck.
Large, like he's kind of chubs, or is he like ripped?
He's really tall and kind of chubs.
Okay.
Like
Probably
solid like 250 American businessman.
Ooh.
How tall is he?
So he's like 6'4".
Oh.
Alright, so
Jesus.
definitely like pretty much like double my height. So I look up to him and I'm like,
You're like
I
at
like
crotch
your hair.
level.
because she also has really crazy wild red curly hair.
Well, thanks, little lady. Hi, hey girls, what can I do for you today? My name, of course, is Reggie Prospect. Welcome. I am the mayor of this town. Hello?
Nice
Fine to meet you, Reggie, or Mr. Prospect.
My name is Arnadel, and these are my assistants. And we were just traveling by, and I happened to notice that the livestock seemed to be sick. And I'm a researcher. I like researching sick livestock. And would we be able to poke around? And can you tell us a little bit about why you think they might be sick? I love animals.
Okay. That's a lot of questions. Let me start with the first one.
She's a new intern. She's a little excited.
I've got my notebook out, like my pen. I'm just like ready.
I see you were sent by my good friend Charlie. Fine man. So I guess not sure why he would know some specialists, but I suppose it's a good thing you're here. We have been running into quite a mess of trouble, as you said. Our livestock hasn't been doing very well. We've had a lot of unexpected deaths. The crops aren't doing well. Some folks say that our town is cursed.
Oh.
I think that's all rumors and suspicion. You know how old women like to talk.
Yes. Yes, old women.
Yes.
Well, can you tell me about how long this has been going on?
Well, I would say this all started about 2 weeks ago or so. We've always been a very prosperous town. We never really run into a bad stint like this, but maybe there's something in the air. I don't know. We're just kind of hoping for it to all clear up. So many of our cows are dead or dying, and my poor Lulu Bell isn't looking too good.
Oh no.
Is the sickness just among the livestock?
Well, that's
or
a real shame.
Any of the citizens fallen ill?
No, it just seems to be the animals. All of them, the dogs, the cows, well, all of them except for the cats. cats seem to be doing just fine. Hate those little critters.
Do
Run
you
around town.
Have you had any? Do you guys have a lot of visitors coming through Middleton?
Oh, well, sure. We're at the cross section of 3 roads here. Biggest town in the area. Get all kinds of folks coming in for trade, and we've been having to turn folks away. We can't give out our goods since our livestock's dying off so fast. We have to keep everything for ourselves. It's a damn shame.
Do you think we can maybe get a tour of where all of these animals, like where their feed is kept and maybe the water source?
Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you find folks need. Laura, and there's some clattering as if she was startled coming from the other room. And yes. Could you give these fine folks a tour of our here town? They're here to help. Look at the livestock, you know. Oh,
could we also make a nail stop?
Would we also have some accommodations available for us?
Okay. That's a lot of things. Okay. Yes. Great. Are you ready to go right now?
Yes. I think so, ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I suppose we'll stop by the inn first. Get you those lodgings. And ale.
Yes.
Oh, I'm okay. Thank you.
Oh, great. Okay, just come with me. And she leads you out into the empty streets. Yeah, my phone's being blown up. Okay. All right. So she leads you out into the empty streets, and you cross the square, and directly across from this impressive building is the other only impressive building in this town. It is an inn called the. All right, give me a alliteration. Give me a letter.
L.
P.
LP.
Okay, it's called Lulu's Lounge.
Woo!
Yes. Lulu Bell.
The infamous Lulu Bell. All right. So you guys make your. Jesus, my phone. Stop.
Silence that caca.
No, it's my work phone. You know, since I'm playing hooky to hang out with you guys. All right.
Now
so,
they know.
Hope no one from work is watching.
Yeah.
If they are, that's weird. All right. So you go over to Lulu's Lounge. So this building is designed to look like one of those old-timey saloons. You think it's like their little niche architecture for that. So you walk up to the doors and they like swing open and swing behind you, and you see all the posts out front for presumably like travelers who'll be coming in, maybe merchants. They have a stable. It's empty right now, except there's like one sad little goat that's like hanging out in there, and he kind of like sticks his head over the railing.
Oh no!
Looks at you, and you can see that kind of yellow film stuff that the cow you looked at earlier had. So as you walk into the lounge, there's a few folks hanging out now. Really not as many as you would expect for like the dinner rush. There's like 8 or 9 dour-looking men kind of sitting, like huddling over their ales. Even the bartender is like just like sadly like cleaning a glass. Everybody's very depressed looking as you walk in, and Laura walks up to the barkeep and says, hello, these fine folks are here to help us with our particular issue. The mayor was wondering if you had lodging to accommodate them. He's like, well, yeah, all the rooms are empty. It's not like we're getting many travelers in here.
I smile.
Sure. Thanks.
Great.
We'll pay you.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, you can just grab anyone you like. Or 3. Whatever.
Wow, okay, thank you.
So thank you, yeah.
Great.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, I'm Larry.
Larry, nice to meet you. I'm Arnadelle, and this is Sawya and Kara.
Okay.
Laura. It was Laura, yes?
Laura and Larry, because names.
Because L's are the theme.
L's are the theme, and Lulu. Everybody in this town is named.
You wanted alliteration.
So thank you, Laura, for taking us and showing us around. Before we leave you, have any measures been taken to try and help the sick animals? Any change in feed or anything like that?
Well, no. I mean, we're a very experienced farming community. Everything we can do, we've tried changing the water, the food, everything, but nothing seems to be working. I think that's why some people think that there might be some dark magic involved, but we don't really like to speak of such things. Actually, our librarian was doing some research on the subject. You actually might want to talk to him. Thomas, the library is just on the other side of town. I can lead you there if you would like.
Yes, that's
Yes,
my
please.
favorite place.
Yes. You do have to be a little bit sensitive with Thomas. You see, he's getting rather old, and I know his assistant just ran off a couple weeks ago, and so let's just be delicate with him.
Oh.
Okay.
Why would his assistant run off? Do you know? I mean, so we don't accidentally say something.
He wasn't a very a nice young man. Not very popular here in town. Some folks encouraged him to pack up his bags and go somewhere else. But perhaps you should talk to Thomas about it, though.
Oh, okay. We'll do that.
Yeah. All right. And so she leads you after you can, you get shown the room or any rooms that you would like, and then she leads you out of town, or to the very edges of town, where there's this very neat little building. It's almost like just a house, just a little bit bigger. It's got a little gold lame sign that says library right outside, and then she leads you up, knocks on the door. Thomas, are you home? There's no reply coming from the other side of the door. Thomas, are you in there? What? Oh, okay, I'm coming. And the door opens up, and this very, very old man, so he's like probably in his 60s, which is super old for lifespan. He's kind of like hunched over and looking at you, like he can't really see you. Hello? Oh, Laura, is that you? And you have some friends?
Pleased to meet you, Thomas.
Hello.
Eh?
I'm Arnadel.
Oh.
It's nice to meet you. We're here.
Arnold, lovely to meet you.
Yes, Thomas, we have some questions. Do you have some time to talk to us?
I'm old. I got nothing but time. Come inside.
Quiet.
Are you here for some books? I got those.
Maybe later. I would love to take it. Your repertoire.
Great. And as he kind of shuffles, just leaving the door open, not waiting to close it behind you, you see that this is a very nice little room. You see that there are like 3 bookshelves that are full of books. It's like the most books you've seen in a long time, actually, because books are pretty rare. And there's like some nice lounge chairs set out for people, presumably if they wanted to casually read, but of course there's nobody else in here right now. You can see there's a little table that's been like shoved off to the side, and it's like full of like cups and like crumbs and like stacks of paper, and he kind of moves over to that corner and then settles himself in that armchair with a sigh. Like, oh, my bones aren't what they used to be. What can I do for? Oh, you here for some books, right?
We have some questions actually. Laura was kind enough to let us know that your assistant, you had some trouble with your assistant, and we were just curious if you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Oh, that young man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ethan, he was a troubled young man. He got into some interesting literature. I thought he was very nice. He helped me out. Since he's been gone, things have been a little hard for me.
Oh, when did he leave?
About 2 weeks ago. He didn't come back.
Do you happen to know what literature, what he was reading, what he was studying at the time?
Oh, I don't know. Folks around the town, they didn't think very highly of him. Ethan was very, very special, very gifted. He started reading some of those magic books. Folks don't take too kindly to that sort of thing around here. There were some rumors that maybe he was getting into some darker stuff. I don't know. I think he's a good kid. Just misunderstood.
Thomas, did he take these books with him, or do you still have them? Are they part of the library?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose if you want to look at the inventory, see what he took, my eyes aren't what they used to be.
Oh, no problem. And maybe could you also show us his quarters?
Oh yeah. And he kind of does the thing where he rocks back and forth on the chair like 6 times, and then like finally,
propel him out.
and gets up out of his chair. And he leads you over to the door in the room and opens it up, and it's just this very, very like kind of like a little studio room where it's got like a little fireplace, and like there's a cot, and then there's like a little mat on the floor, presumably where somebody who probably slept. Well, that was it. It was just the 2 of us.
Oh, just shared a room. Okay, well, if it's all right with you, we're just gonna poke around. We'll let you rest.
Oh, sure. I think I just need to take a little nap. Okay, I'll just settle back down over here. And he goes and like falls down onto his bed and kind of rolls over.
Oh, all right.
The inventory, it should be on my on the table.
So
little nap.
Just like close that door real quietly.
Well, he starts snoring pretty awfully. Uh-oh, did we lose Sage?
Yeah, I think she was having headphone troubles again.
Okay.
Damn it. Salia, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go first? Inventory?
Yeah, I think we should poke around. There's not much, or maybe you should look around in the library since you have better knowledge of books and what might pop out and what's worth looking at. But I can investigate the room a little more.
Cool. Awesome. Let's do that. Celeste, I wanted to highlight with my Sage background and the PHB, it mentions something about how I have a crazy knowledge of libraries, and if somebody cites a piece of literature or a piece of information, if I don't personally know what that information is, I at least get to know exactly where I could find it, like where it would come from. Okay. But it says DM discretion, so however you would like to utilize that with my background.
Okay. So for this, I'm going to say, so you find the inventory of books like on the table. So it's just like a ledger of all of the books in the library. So there's only the 3 shelves here, so you could cross-reference between what's there and what isn't.
Okay.
For the Sage thing, I think it's like if somebody cites a specific piece of knowledge, you will know where that comes from. But like in this situation, since you don't know what is missing or like what he was, that's reading. Like step 1. Figure that out.
But if I find that out, I would most likely be able to tell like, oh, I know where this comes from.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so I'm going to be poking around. Should I roll an investigation check?
Yes, please.
Sage, what's it? is investigating the library. Britt is investigating the library, and I'm checking out the room a little more.
I'm gonna. Maybe it's really cobwebby because I got a 9.
So you're having trouble like identifying the books off the roster. Like some of them seem so old that like the pages, like the lettering on the side is peeling off, or it's hard to identify. It seems like they've totally gotten out of order. It looks like maybe they were alphabetized, but then now it looks like someone's just been randomly sticking the books back somewhere. Probably since Thomas can't see very well anymore. It looks like he's taking noble guesses as to where things go.
So frustrating.
Cool. So, Soya, do you read?
Yeah.
You have to. You're a monk, yeah.
Yeah.
You can also make an investigation check,
Yes.
like just comparing the ledger to the books.
Oh, geez.
Kara starts pulling out books and looking for ones with pictures in them of animals because she thinks it'll help.
Maybe it might for sure. You should roll investigation too, Kara.
I got an 11.
Okay. All right.
Kara rolled the natural one, so.
Oh,
Whoa. You're in a room.
wow, you can't even find the books with pictures. You're like, God, these are so boring. You pull out like 6, none of them have pictures, then you get frustrated and give up.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Pout in the corner. So between the two of you, and you spend enough time, so you guys have to go at this for like an hour as you're figuring out the system, but eventually you manage to crack it, and you see that there are 2 books missing off the list. So it's an alchemical guide.
Oh, that's what I specialize in. Oh, shit.
So Alchemist Guide, Poisons, Serums, and Solutions
Ooh.
is the name.
Sounds scandalous.
And then the other book, hang on. Here, whoa.
I'm very excited. I'm like, oh, this book. I've heard of this book, and I've never been able to get my hands on it. Of course it would be out in the sticks.
Okay, and the other is a book called The History of Necromancy.
Oh.
Dark stuff.
Yeah.
That lore she was talking about, that dark magic.
Yeah, so, Britt, with your sage knowledge, I'm going to say you're very familiar with the Alchemical Guide. It's like a very basic guide that will tell you how to mix certain poisons, certain serums, and solutions. It's kind of like a textbook.
Very basic.
Yeah, very basic. So you're like, I read that when I was 5.
Oh, word.
And then the History of Necromancy, you've come across it before. It's a very dry, like, tome, like just chronicling like these tales of necromancers through the ages and how they've like affected history. So it's more like a history in a book.
Neutral.
There wouldn't be like any dark spells or anything in there in particular.
Yeah.
But like looking at the rest of the library, there don't seem to be like any magical tomes like on the list or anything. Like you think it'd be really hard for anybody to get their hands on those kind of books, and they're especially not going to be here.
Yeah. Makes me wonder where this Ethan came from, or if he's from Middleton. Did anybody hear anybody say about Ethan being from Middleton, or if he came upon the city?
I don't think that's been mentioned yet. Is there anything left in the room to investigate? I want to investigate the room a little more.
Okay. Make another check just for that.
15.
Kara is sharpening her axe.
Okay.
I'm going to make a perception check. That's a 17.
Okay. So the perception and Nassim, what was your investigate again?
15.
15. Okay. So as you're kind of like poking around the room, like looking just for anything else interesting, you see actually pushed under one of the chairs is this little lock box, kind of like the size of like a lunch pail that you would just keep under there. That's like the only weird thing you find in the room. Oh, there's a lot of dirt, crumbs.
Is it locked?
Nope.
I open it.
Okay. So inside there's like a random assortment of things. Like you're seeing like feathers and like rocks and like there's a little cat skull in there. And then you see like a tiny like little leather bound book. It looks like a journal.
I mean, the cats are all still alive and not sick.
With
I
my
found something.
with
I
my
found something, guys. I did. I found it. Look what I found.
You're so
With
good
my-
at investigating.
Can I look at that to see if I recognize any of the items might be used as components for spells or rituals?
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. So
Yeah.
here, take a look at it. I want to grab the journal and read the journal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go do that, I'm gonna walk away for one moment. Okay.
Don't forget to mute. Oh, she didn't hear me. Now we're gonna hear everything.
I was actually wondering if we can do that because I need a bathroom break.
Yeah, let's take a bathroom break. I'm gonna pause the Audacity file as well. Our poor live listeners, they're like, ew.
Yeah, you guys take a bathroom break too.
Okay, BRB.
Play intermission music. Do 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 do
smoke a
do
voice?
do 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 do. I'm sitting alone in a chat room, waiting for people to come back. Pew, pew.
I'm almost out of coffee, guys. It's getting dire.
Womp womp.
What? Yeah, early morning D&D.
All right.
Alright. Cool. Okay. So, alright. So why don't we start with you? Just looking at the components, Britt. Or components. You don't think... I mean, maybe they could be, like, focuses and spells, but it seems more to you like, you know, somebody took a nature walk and then brought back some cool stuff. They're like, oh, cool rock, cool feather. You're not sure if they have any significance at all in an arcane context.
Can I hold on to the cat? Can I like bag the cat skull?
Yeah, sure.
I'll take that.
You notice when you
skull.
pick it up, it's been, like, lovingly glued together. So, like, the bottom, the hinge, like, of the jaw has been molded in place. So, like, somebody took the time to put this together.
It's like their little thing.
Yeah. Okay, and then the journal. So you open it up. It's only about 20 pages. It looks like it was kind of hand-stitched, like, put together. You see a very neat, very nice cursive, and it's a journal. So it's like day 13. You know, Lisa wouldn't talk to me again. I don't know what's
That
wrong with
bitch.
her. I think her dad told her to stay away from me. I don't know. I'll try again tomorrow. Then the next, like, you know.
Oh, wow.
The theme of the journals is kind of like very much this kid's story of, like, isolation. You know, there's a lot of references to, like, I don't know
Aw.
why they don't like me.
Aw.
Little emo kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
and, like,
Ethan.
as the journal keeps going, it's like they think there's something wrong with me. Maybe there is something wrong with me, or, like, I don't know, or I felt weird today. I think something's changing.
It's called puberty, kid. I'm sorry.
It was an awkward time for all of us.
But you get to the last page of the journal, and it talks about it was really bad today. They were all outside of my house. They threatened me to leave. I think I'm just going to go. I think I'm just going to do it. These people are going to get what's coming to them.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, I share this information with them. I hand it to them. I say it to you, Kara, because you can't read.
Thanks.
While Saya is explaining what's written in the journal, and I'm reading this in my head, may I ask, like not in game, just in Arnadel's head, do I get a feeling like this is kind of what I'm going through with my warlockiness, like with the stone? Would that feel like a similar or like echo kind of where I'm getting,
Yeah, make an insight check. I think
Okay.
this is appropriate right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got. Oh, I'm not proficient in insight. Would I still use my wisdom modifier?
Yeah, you still use your modifier. You just don't get the bonus.
I got a 21 for insight.
Okay.
Right on.
Yeah. So as you're reading this over, and then noting like how the pages are becoming more frantic, or there's like this alienation element going on, you think it's possible that maybe something was happening to this kid, and with all the references to dark magic, things changing, like you can relate it to your own experience.
With
You're like,
finding my.
Yeah, like how the magic kind of subtly began to change you, but
And
also you're not
is.
sure if that's you imprinting your own experience upon this, or
Okay.
but you definitely find the similarities.
I like quickly look over my shoulder like I heard something, and like the whispers. And I just see Kara and Maya like talking to each other, like okay, like okay. I keep it to myself because I don't want to come off as like crazy.
Yeah, no, you guys are so sane. Everybody thinks so.
Well, guys, what do you think? What do you think we should do?
Is there any mention of another town or place in his journals? Just any names in there?
So in the journals,
or of people, even any names.
A clue to see where he might go.
So in the journals, there are a lot of entries talking about him like going out to gather things from the forest. Like you find reference, like that's probably where he found maybe like the skull and the rocks, and then the alchemist guide too. Like a lot of that stuff you would get from the forest. So that's kind of your lead.
I'm gonna open the book and see if any of the pages are like bookmarked.
For the alchemist book?
Mm-hmm.
So the two books, you know that they are missing.
Oh, right. Sorry. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. I'm all excited about it. Well, I have some experience getting components. Do you guys want to sleep on this? Get up early tomorrow morning and go out?
Sure. Is what was Thomas? Is Thomas asleep?
Yeah, Thomas is snoring.
Okay. Is it late? Is it nighttime now?
Yeah, so now it's like 7.
Okay. Well, I think it's worth trying to find this Lisa and her family, and then asking what exactly this guy did that made everyone so uneasy, because he didn't seem to have an idea of what he was doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we could sleep on it and try and find them tomorrow.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So you guys want to head back to the inn?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a jog before I go to bed, though.
Okay. So, all right. So you all start heading back, but you're off on your jog. So yeah. Great. Make an athletics check for me.
Jogging now.
Oh yeah. 21.
Okay. So you have a very satisfying jog. You feel really like refreshed, like you're clearing your mind. Actually, while you're out there, make a perception as well, just to see what you see.
12.
Okay. So yeah, you're running around. You're seeing kind of the same story all over the place. All these pens, like either empty or like just 2 or 3 sad-looking animals around there. People when they see you, like avert their eyes or like look at you like panicked, kind of like, what is this person doing? Why are they running around? What is she wearing? And then as you're going and like skirting kind of the edge of the forest. You hear lots of like rustling coming out of there. A cat at one point runs across your path, like bolts out of the trees, and like you almost hit it. Like this cat's just like going for it, and ducks off into a pen in town. Yeah, but for the rest of it, very very pleasant evening jaunt.
Okay.
You make your way back to the inn afterwards.
Can I take a moment by the forest and try and see, like, look into it for a second?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a extra perception since you're doing specific.
Nope. That's a 4.
Wow, there are a lot of trees.
Oh, it's dark.
Wow.
I'm tired.
It's real dark.
I'm gonna take a nap now.
Such a good jog.
I'm tuckered out.
All right. So you guys all end up back at the inn. They feed you. There are a few more people in here now, and they're all kind of like sadly drinking their ale. People are like chatting with each other, but it's, you overhear the same old story, like, Buttercup died today.
No.
Oh, yeah. And Gary's gone missing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Gary. I
got into that cat. I'll never know.
I'm gonna sit. I guess I'm sitting next to somebody, kind of like solemnly at the bar, both hands on my tankard. Kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna kind of like, that like knowing nod and be like, yeah, I heard it's. Who am I sitting next to?
You're sitting next to. He looks like a farmer sort.
Is he good looking?
He's like in his 30s, like whatever, very sunburned.
Like a 4.
Balding.
Oh. So I'm like, I kind of like, knowingly, like, hey, yeah, I heard things have been bad. We just arrived to kind of check it out and see if we can help.
Yeah, well, I hope you can find something. Wife and kids are starting to get a little jumpy. Lisa suggested that we should just move out the other day, maybe try our luck to the south. We think this town might be cursed.
Oh man, that's pretty rough. Yeah, we heard that this kid Ethan, people are kind of thinking he might have.
And as you say that, he kind of like looks down at his drink.
Oh man, yeah. Sorry to bring it up. I know it's sensitive, but maybe could you tell me, like, is he from here? Is he a town resident?
No, he wasn't from here. Not sure why he came in. Came in when he was pretty young, just wandered up to our town out of the forest, and that crazy old man took him in.
Oh man,
that kid was nothing but trouble, let me tell you.
Yeah, I heard.
What sort of trouble?
He was really shifty, He's always talking about his strange things, I don't know, wizards, adventures, talking about all those books he would read. He thought he was better than everyone else. That's what it was.
Oh yeah.
It was a mess. And some of us used to think, he wasn't quite human. You know what I mean? I don't know what it was about him, but he just had a look.
I raise an eyebrow. Like, what do you mean not human?
Oh, I mean, not to offend, and if you, I'm sure you're all fine folks, but you see someone, and a lot of people like you, don't live around here, and he was the only one in town, and there's just something off about the kid, And he started to hang around my daughter, and I knew I had to do something.
Your daughter? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it seemed like Yeah, was he a bother? He really liked your daughter?
Oh, well, I mean, at least as pretty as they come. Of course he liked my daughter.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
so
creep into Saya's mind. I'm like, I need some help. What should we do? Should we ask to talk to her?
Yeah, I don't know if we should ask. Should we just try and venture out and find her?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might be kind of late. She might be home helping her parents cooking. I'm just kind of like staring at the wall while I like talk to Saya.
why are you interested in this kid anyway? We ran him out of town about 2 weeks ago. He was out there talking crazy, and we just told him to go. He ran right off into the forest. Little coward.
When did this sickness start? Around the same time?
Yeah, actually.
Well,
now that I think about it. You think he had something to do with this? I told you, I knew that kid was trouble. I knew he was nothing up to no good.
We're not.
We don't know anything for sure. Yeah.
some kind of
investigate the
demon blood in that child. Oh.
We're just here to investigate the animals, and speaking purely from a logical standpoint, it's nice to know all of the facts before we, try to figure everything out. We didn't mean to cause you any alarm, but I mean, he's just a kid, right? Like, what can a kid do?
I don't know. He was always talking crazy. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
something wasn't right. Something in his eyes, Yeah.
I'm gonna take a deep drink to my ale in deep thought, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired.
Well, hope you folks find what you're looking for. Hope you can do something for us.
Yeah, we're doing our best.
Yeah, we hope so too.
Best to you and your family.
Thanks.
I hope Lisa's okay if she misses her friend.
Yeah.
No, they're not friends. I made sure of that.
Then she's okay.
Yeah. So
right.
I'm gonna be like, fine. Yeah, you too. We're on. So I'm gonna talk.
So you guys go to sleep for the evening.
Okay. Yeah.
So you wake up in the morning. There's like one sad rooster cry that like rings across the town. It's a cock-a-doodle.
The last live rooster.
The last one left. So you guys wake up bright and early. The streets are still as empty as they were before. People aren't even going out to the fields. It's like, what's the point?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to split
looks like we lost Sage again.
Oh, she's coming back up.
Oh, great.
I was on a jog last night, and there seemed to be... I don't really know what it was, but I felt like the forest just behind town would be something worth taking a peek at.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm kind of done talking to the townsfolk, to be honest. I'd like to go check out some nature.
Seems like all of our clues lead there.
Yeah.
It was 2 weeks ago. I don't really know how far he could have gotten just by himself.
Yeah, and I honestly, these townfolk probably aren't going to give us any straight clues because they're just kind of hating on our boy Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
well, and if you went back into the forest 2 weeks ago and that's when everything started, there's probably some sort of correlation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Forest.
All right.
I take him back to that spot last night.
Where the cat crossed your path?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, you guys come to the edge of the forest. You can tell, like, this settlement, they went and they cleared out the forest all around it just to make room for the town. So there's this very stark kind of tree line. So it's very, like, you're in field. You're in trees all of a sudden. All right, so does one of you want to make a nature check to, like, find a good path?
Heck yeah. 15.
Pita bread. Okay,
I was like, what?
Num. All right, 15. Yes. Okay.
Hey,
so, yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's okay.
All right. So you, Kara, managed to find like a good path to like pick your way through the trees. So you're managing to avoid like most of the roots and everything going on. So you get about half an hour deep into the forest, and this forest is big. Like it just keeps going. You're hearing lots of bird calls, like a rustle every once in a while as like a lizard or a squirrel runs through. These animals seem to be doing fine.
Interesting.
Can you all make a perception check for me?
Yeah. 17.
15.
16.
Okay, wow, that was all pretty good. Okay, who rolled the 18?
I rolled a 17.
I rolled this. And I rolled a 16.
Okay. Alright, so, Arnadel, you see out of the corner of your eye, like somewhere up in the tree line, like on a branch, you see like a flurry of movement all of a sudden, like something just jumped. And like as you turn to look at it though, you don't see anything.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys hear that? There was something that like jumped up over there. Look, could I have made out if it was like a larger, smaller?
It seemed like a pretty large
cat size.
I didn't see anything.
like a pretty large. I don't know. Like the branch like shook with the weight of something moving.
Well, like cat size or
larger.
human size?
Human-sized.
Oh. Guys, that thing's like pretty big thing movement over there. You didn't see that?
No.
Oh. Okay. I want to investigate it. So I'm gonna
Sure.
maybe go up under the tree and kind of like look to see. And I rolled with my investigation a 16.
Okay. So as you're going and looking around, you don't really see anything going on the branch or like the tree. Like the branch is shaking still slightly from something sprung off of it. But you notice on the ground there are a bunch of sunflower seed shells. Like a neat little, like a pile, like somebody was maybe throwing them down.
Eaten?
They're kind of scattered around. Eaten, yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up and pocket a couple of them. I'm gonna put it in my component pouch.
They're covered in spit and they feel gross.
Yeah, I want that spit.
Okay.
I want to climb the tree.
Alright. Athletics, please.
Not acrobatics?
You're just climbing, so that's gonna be a strength thing. Unless if you can give me a very acrobatic and clever way to get into this tree. Go ahead.
What kind of trees are they?
So they're all deciduous trees, so they're all kind of a mix of like oaks, yeah, and
Maple.
like some maple, elm.
Probably beautiful with all those colors.
No, it's absolutely gorgeous. You know, the morning light is streaming in, and you hear the bird calls. And
I got a 14.
okay, are you doing acrobatics? Are you doing something clever?
No, that was for athletics. To
Okay,
climb.
so you're just like barreling up this tree. You manage to like swing onto a lower branch and then flip over and get up to a second one. So up here, you see scuff marks on the branch, as if somebody was probably positioned here, maybe for a while.
There's nothing left over, like any piece of cloth or... Oh, okay.
Without wanting to speak, I'm gonna mind speak and be like, I think we might be being watched.
Yeah, well, I agree. I'm trying to look around from my new perspective point of view for anything else, any other movement among branches that seems larger than just a bird.
Make a perception check for me, please, now that you're up above.
God damn it. 8.
So, okay, all of a sudden, you all hear, like, crashing noises coming from somewhere ahead of you, as if something is, like, barreling into branches and trees and, like, tearing up underbrush. And you, Nassim, can see that there's this, about 50 feet away from you, there's this area of the forest that's kind of, like, shaking. So, like, the trees are, like, rattling and, like, leaves are falling. Something big is over there and it's moving towards you.
Immediately
it's moving towards us.
Toward that area.
Yeah. You're gonna bolt
I don't know if you want to run towards it.
Yeah.
I want to try to climb a tree. Can I try to climb a tree to get off the ground?
Sure.
I'm like kind of freaked out. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be down here.
Make an athletics for me.
I rolled. What is that? Strength. 17.
Okay. So you managed to, like, a little less gracefully than Soya did, but you managed to, like, scramble your way up a tree and then get up onto a branch. As Kara just starts bolting through towards this.
She's got her battle axe out, and she's clanging it against her shield, and she's like, "Come out here!"
So in a few seconds, the crashing continues, and you hear this huge roar that gets let out. It sounds like an animal of some kind, and it's real pissed off. And then Kara, moments later, the trees kind of like part as this huge, what looks like a bear, comes barreling through. Barreling. Through towards you, and this thing is huge. So this is a full-sized adult brown bear that's charging for you. And looking at its face, you can see there's definitely something wrong with this bear. You see there's this yellow mucus, like, pouring out of its eyes, and its mouth is foaming, and it's like whipping its head around like it almost can't see. Like, this bear is just enraged.
Oh, this makes me think of that Princess Mononoke scene with the boars.
All right,
can I make a nature check and see if it's like, if I could guess that it's like rabbit, if this looks like rabies, or this looks like something weird?
And make a nature check.
No, she rolled a 1. She's a little scared.
real scared. Yeah, you're like, whoa, that bear's fucked up. And then we're gonna roll for initiative.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I rolled a natural 1.
Good job, guys.
I'm
scared.
Yeah, this is all really bad. Wait, what do we add for initiative 2? Or nothing? Oh, okay. 8.
Shit, we're terrified.
Sorry, Kara, what did you get?
I got a 6.
God, you guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Level 1.
Alright, so we're gonna move over to the Roll20 screen.
Do you want us to drop our characters on there?
Yeah, let me pull it up.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Is that your theme song?
Yeah.
It's only you.
Can my theme song be Eye of the Tiger, please?
Okay. Can we all see the screen?
Yeah.
I see a bear.
Now we can drop our little folks.
Yeah. So let me put like where your trees are. Draw a shape. So let's say
I'm over here by
Yeah, we're in trees right now.
yeah. I have some bad news, Celeste. When we took our bathroom break, I paused my Audacity recording.
Oh no.
And then I forgot to roll it, so there's probably like 10 minutes of me not recorded. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm recording now, though.
Oops.
Alright. I will have to just figure that out.
I'm so sorry. I'm like, fuck. I will tell you later.
That's okay. Alright. Well, hopefully we're all talking enough.
Yes.
Okay. So, you see all these little green squares, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are like trees. So they're real tall. So you can't like shoot through them. You have to move around them. And that's a real angry bear. Okay. Oh, let me screen share with this with folks.
Are we high? Are Saya and I high enough above the bear, or is it going to be able to reach us with this?
Well, I mean, they can climb trees.
That's true. I'm fucking terrified.
So you guys are about 15 feet off the ground. You think that you're probably out of the reach of this bear, even if it were to just stand on its hind legs. But you know.
But it could get us if it wanted to climb.
Yep.
Shit, Kara, I keep this bear from getting us.
All right, so the bear is charging straight for you, Kara. Not the green thing. All right, and it is going to. It stands up to its full height on its two back legs, towering. So it's about 9 feet altogether.
It's definitely twice as big as I am.
Holy shit, that's a big bear. That's not a dire bear.
All right, and then didn't roll so well. What's your AC, Kara?
19.
Okay. So the bear stands up to its full height and like swipes a paw over you.
Ooh, but if
like
it's large and I'm medium, do I get a bonus for being small?
I don't know if you do that in 5th ed.
I don't remember.
No, we'll look it up. But you're medium-sized.
That's true. I am medium.
Yeah. So it just swipes a paw like over the top of your head. Seems to have calculated wrong for how tiny you are. All right. Nassim.
Did you say we can't shoot anything through the trees? Like
you can't shoot through the tree. Like you could, like at the top, right where you are, you could throw something down. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, is he close enough below me? I can like try and drop a dart on him.
Yeah. So he's gonna be he's 20 feet away from you.
Okay.
Like vertically. So.
Okay. Then we'll try and drop a dart on his ass.
Okay.
Drop that dart.
Ooh, natural 20.
Woo, nice.
Plus 4.
Okay, so you critted, so that means you roll your damage twice.
2 and 2.
Plus 2 strength. Or your dex, I mean.
Oh, plus my
Dex modifier.
Okay, so then 6 and 6.
Oh no, so you only add that once. So it'd be 2 plus 2 plus
4.
Or whatever your mod is.
My mod is 4.
Okay, so 2 plus 2 plus 4. Alright, so 8 damage as you throw the dart, and this thing just, as you land it in smack in the middle of its forehead, it just lets out this ragey cry. And you can see where it hit, blood begins to spurt out at an unnatural rate, but it's like this weird yellow viscous kind of mixed with red blood.
Like pus.
Yeah.
This bear is sick.
Yeah, this
That's
bear's
not a normal
fucked up.
sickness. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Alright, and then moving to Kara. You got a large bear in front of you.
Alright, so for my bonus action, I'm gonna enter my rage!
Rage
and then
versus
she is rage versus rage, rage on rage action. And then she is going to, she's gonna clang her battle axe against her shield, and then she's gonna go and she's gonna take a swipe at the bear with it. So let's see. Alright.
You're right at bear belly level.
16 hit the bear.
Okay, that does hit.
Yes! So 8 damage.
Okay. So yeah, as you thunk your axe into this bear's tummy, and then that same kind of yellowish spurt of blood comes pouring out of it, and some of it splashes on you. Can you please make a fortitude save for me, please?
Oh shit. Got poison blood. Aren't dwarves resistant to poison?
They get advantage on saving throws against poison.
Okay, so then you would get advantage.
17.
17. Okay, cool. So as the blood gets on you, you feel it get kind of hot and sizzle against your skin, but you manage to shake it off before it does any actual damage.
These are their sleeves and lights off.
Okay, Britt.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast and blast that motherfucker. Yeah, I can see him, right? I've got to if I just lean over around. So I'm going to extend my hand, and a beam of cackling energy streaks to the bear. I'm going to make a ranged spell attack, and I rolled 16.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
Sweet. My damage. 1d10. Ooh, I rolled a 2 for 2 damage.
Okay. Can you describe what your Eldritch Blast looks like?
Oh yes. Blue lightning it's just raw magical energy. It's not specifically lightning, electrical lightning. It's just raw fucking magic. Streaks out of both of my hands to connect in an arc. Just cackles around Kara and hits the bear square in the chest.
Yeah. Kara lets out a hearty battle cry.
Yeah. My eyes glow whenever I cast Eldritch Blast.
Sweet. Alright, we're getting back to the bear. Kara, it's pissed. It didn't hit you the first time. It's trying again. Ooh.
She continues yelling at the bear.
Remind me of your AC.
What do you got, bear?
Ugh.
Show me what you got.
The bear is gonna hit you. So it scoops in, and all of a sudden it's like towering down on top of you from its huge 9-foot-tall position, and its foaming mouth comes flying in towards you and gets a big old bite right on your shoulder.
Nasty.
All right, so that's gonna be 1d8. Ooh, okay, so 2 plus 4, so that's gonna be 6 piercing damage as the bear bites you, and then I will need you to make a fortitude save against poison.
A Constitution save. And thankfully, I get resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing while I'm raging.
Whoa.
Bless you, gotta watch that.
Money for my save.
Nice.
Nice. Okay,
Get out your bear.
So just all this gross, like, yellow saliva is, like, coating your armor now, and the bear, just as it gets close to you, you can see just this insane, like, madness in this bear's eyes, and you can actually see right behind, like, the yellow film, there are, like, these little white wiggling things that are starting to, like, pour out of its eyes. They look like maggots.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm. And then the bear's not done. It gets a second attack, so it's going to try and hit you with its claws. Ooh, that is not going to do it. The bear is too busy staring into your eyes to make a claw attack. All right.
Right with this bear, it's got maggots crawling out. Yells to you guys.
Yeah. All right, Nassim.
Can I try and be really cool and jump out of the tree and like land on its back and like with my quarterstaff?
Yeah.
All right, let's make a hell of an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Because you're jumping about 10 feet and dropping about 15. Oh no, what is that?
That's a 10.
Okay, but you get to add your proficiency, right? That's one of your skills?
Yeah, that is adding my proficiency.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Can I assist? Can I like give her a like when you link your fingers and like alley-oop her up into the air?
You're in a different tree, so you can't quite help her out. So Soya goes and like flings herself off of the tree, like expecting to do this like midair like swan dive sort of thing, but at the last minute your foot catches on the edge of a branch, and instead of flying forward, you just swing down at a 90-degree angle, and you find yourself falling 15 feet.
Oh god.
And you take. I'm gonna let you try and make an acrobatics to break your fall.
What the fuck? I'm changing that, but that's another 10.
Okay. Belly flop.
Yeah, you managed just in time to like move your head so you're not landing directly on top of it, but you fall against like a root, and you hear this sharp kind of snap sound as your ribs make contact, and you take 2 damage.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
And your rib cage hurts real bad.
God dang it.
Aye.
It's gonna leave a bruise.
Yeah.
All right, so Oh, and as you fall, the bear is going to turn at you and get an attack of opportunity.
No.
Oh.
Can you move your little piece? So it's
What, 1 square forward?
yeah, to the left of Kara. Attack of opportunity. All right, what is your AC?
17.
Oh, it's not gonna hit you. Oh no,
Wow.
wait, you're prone, so deny your dex bonus.
Wait, what?
So for your armor class,
Yeah.
you get a bonus in there from your dexterity.
Yeah, that's everything's added together already.
Right, but since you're prone, you have to subtract your dex.
minus. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
so 13.
Okay, so then it will hit you.
Damn it.
As it claws you. You takes. Alright, so you are going to take 7 slashing damage.
Dang. Yeah.
Oh man.
As this bear rips at you with its paws. And as it comes over, it's bleeding profusely from the wounds from the axe and the
Fortitude
dart.
save.
So can you make a fortitude save for me, please?
Okay, remind me what I'm looking at to add with that. Or
Is
what
it a
I'm
constitution?
Constitution. So if you're proficient in Constitution saves, you add your proficiency bonus plus your con. Otherwise, just your plus your con modifier.
No, I don't think I am proficient I'm proficient in dexterity saves. So, what am I rolling though?
Sir.
A D8?
No, a D20.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, natural 1.
Okay.
Oh!
So yeah, right. So you feel all this like hot, acrid blood splashing onto you as you're going, and you feel your skin starts to like sizzle, like where it begins hitting you. So you are now poisoned.
Guys, I have 3 health left.
Ooh.
Alright.
Oh god.
I'll help as much as I can.
Okay, so each round you're gonna take a D4 poison damage.
But
So right now, should I?
This round
snap.
you take 2.
Okay, so I'm useless.
Ah! Okay, sorry. Oh, not a good day for monks. Okay,
No.
Kara.
Seeing
Should've
my
stayed in the
fallen
tree.
companion. Seeing my fallen companion bear, she just swings her axe up and just and goes down to smash it. Ooh, wait, no, I guess it's not like that she's on the ground. Alright, I got 14. I got an 18 to hit.
Alright, that's gonna do it.
Sweet. Where's my D8? There it is. That's gonna be 8 plus 4 plus 2. It's gonna 14 damage to that bear. Fuck you, bear.
Whoa! Can you describe how you killed this bear for me?
Yeah, so I see as this bear had like swiped at her, she swings her axe right into like the armpit of the bear as it just finished, and just like it just gets like her axe just gets deeply buried within like the sides of the bear,
Ooh.
and then she rips it out as the acrid blood starts spurting out, and she yells some more.
So loud. Well.
She's
Alright, so the bear finally like gives you one last glance into the eyes of madness as it just is sundered by your axe, and it falls to one side, twitching for a little bit. And as it falls, you see its eyes rupture, and the explosion of these white maggots just begin crawling
oh,
all
gross.
over the bear's face.
oh my god. Can I leap down and collect these maggots before they disperse?
Yeah, so you get down there, you're taking samples. So yeah.
Tara looks at you like, that ain't right.
I'm like, I want to collect like the pus, the maggots, maybe some fur and saliva.
I am dying here. Stop with your experiments.
Oh, sorry, that is a flaw of mine. I don't have anything that I can help you with.
I have a healer's kit.
Okay.
Yeah, you can like
Okay.
you can make a heal
Your
check to
healer's
check
kit?
out the
Yeah.
poison.
Okay,
Make a medicine check.
I'm gonna before I administer the medication, I also take a sample of Saya's blood that's been mixing with the
Jesus.
yeah. Sorry. So I rolled a that would be a 10
For the which check?
medicine.
Medicine. Okay. All right. So as you're going ahead and you're drawing all these samples and doing all this, you're thinking about the results. You all begin to hear, coming from the same direction, more crashing, and then you hear what sounds like 2 roars, and then there's this weird sound that's almost like a thunderclap. And then you see off in the distance this explosion of like this black sort of sludge, like that sprays up and like hits above the trees, and it begins to rain down. All right, and that's where we're actually going to end for today. Yay!
Cliffhanger!
Guys, episode 1.
Yay,
All right.
I'm dying already.
Oh my god.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do XP real quick. All right. So everybody, yay! It was our first game. We all made our characters. Y'all did so well. Everybody just take 50 points across the board for all that.
Okay.
All right. And then for your lovely interactions in the town of Hogs Hollow, being very nice to Charlie, promising to pay him, that's all great. Take 20 role-playing points for all of that. And then we traveled to Middleton. You guys did a lot of investigating, learned a lot of good stuff. About Ethan and the mystery of all of that. So everybody take 100 for figuring all that out, all your interactions there. And then for the fight with the bear, you can all take 200.
Woot woot, level 2!
Yeah!
Did we just get to level 2?
Yeah, you only need 300 to get to level 2.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh, I got an Eldritch Invocation. Yes. Oh my god.
All right. So, thank you everybody for tuning in to our first episode. Hopefully we'll get the audio recorded and up in podcast format very soon. Again, I have been your dungeon mistress, Celeste Conowitch. You can find me at Twitter handle @CConowitch, or you can check us out at Venture Maidens on Twitter. We also have a Facebook page by the same name. Follow us, like us the same way we like you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys want to plug anything?
Yeah, I'm Brittany Arnadell. I also have a Twitter handle, which also is my Instagram. You can find me at Visual Warlock. That's visual with a Z. Yeah, find me.
Don't got nothing to plug, but like us, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff.
Yeah, what she said.
Great.
Twitter handle coming
Alright.
soon.
Okay,
Have you figured out how to leave the
I
hangout?
did. I actually learned this time how to stop the broadcast, and I'm hovering over the button.
Nice.
Yay.
Awesome. All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, everyone.
Bye.
All right. Have a good one.